Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie, and today we are going to close out our budget from this week. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Susie. We are a dual income household of me and my husband. We get paid weekly, so we budget weekly. We also do a zero-based budget, which just means that every dollar that we have that comes in, I give it a job to do so that no dollar, aka zero, is out of place. So let us begin. Both me and my husband worked full-time last week. He is salary and I am hourly, so my pay tends to fluctuate, but his does not. I got paid $790. I'm a scientist. I'm a chemist. My husband made $950 for his week. He's in management. We had $200 from our car fund that we rolled over into this paycheck because we got all the services completed on our car, and so we just took that sinking fund down to $1,000, and so we had $200 left over, so we put it into here. So for this week, that gives us, $1,940. So let's tell it what we did with it, yeah? We put $200 towards rent. Like I said, this is a weekly budget, so it's $800 a month, $200 a week. Our internet bill has been lower at $85, but the highest it's ever been is $92. So this number is for the old amount it was, just in case it goes up again, because I don't know why internet bills tend to go out without notifying you, but they do sometimes. So this would just guarantee that we have a little bit of extra money in the account in case the internet bill were to go up. For groceries, it's just the two of us, so our grocery bill is $60 a week. We have been feeling a little bit of pressure with this, with the recent grocery prices. Last week we were over budget. We went to $62. Nothing crazy, I know, but it is something to think about, that if this is a consistent problem, maybe we bump our grocery budget up to $70. For gas, my husband used his $50. I used $37. So that gives us $87 for gas this week. Miscellaneous, we went out on a chip date. We do these sometimes. That was $15. And then for dining, we went out, let me think here. Yes, so that chip date did not come out of dining, it came out of miscellaneous, and then we went out again, and that was $35 for dining. YouTube and Netflix, both of these are $20 a month, so $5 a week, and then we give ourselves $50 each for spending money, and I do not track this money because I feel like if I did, it would make me feel guilty about spending it, which is not the point of it. So I just give myself the full amount every week, whether I spent it or not. That goes in a totally separate account to be spent at a later date, no strings attached. So for our budget this week, $200 for rent, $23 for the internet, $62 for groceries, $87 for gas, $15 for miscellaneous, which was our chip date, $35 for our eating out, $10 for subscriptions, and then $100 for our spending. Leaves us with $532 for expenses this week. Now we're going to go over to sinking funds. These are funds that I have set up to pull out of whenever needed. So for us, I pay my car insurance and my phone bill. I've always had to do that. One of the stipulations for getting a car and getting a phone was that I would pay the insurance and bill on them. So I've been paying these since I was like 15, 16 years old. My husband's family has never asked him to pay his part of those, so that is currently not in the budget. But if they came to us tomorrow and said, hey, we want you to start paying this, we would work it in. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth and just accept that they're fine with the situation how it is right now. So my car insurance and phone bill are about $650 a year. These are still paid by my respective parents. So my dad has the car insurance and my mom has the phone bill. And then at the end of the year, they just give me the total of what it was for the year, and I pay it in one lump sum, basically back to them. So both of those got the $13 that it needed for the week. Car maintenance, this is more like a revolving fund, if you will. So we don't know exactly when oil will be changed next. We know, like, oh, when the odometer hits that amount, but we don't know if that'll be this month or next month or whenever. So we always keep money in this account envelope. It's envelopes. I do cash stuffing, but we always keep money here just to make sure that we have that money aside for whenever that pops up, because it's not really something you can plan. You can know that, like, oh, I'm getting closer on miles, and I guess technically you could do the calculations of where you're going that week to see if you'll hit it that week, but we always keep money in there just to make sure that when that goes on, we can do it. Next is pets. We have 3 beautiful cats, 2 gorgeous lizards. They're bearded dragons, and so they need things. The cats specifically, they need flea medicine, litter, and cat food, toys if I'm seeing something crazy, or catnip if we want to have a fun time. And then the lizards, they are ectotherms, so they need lights to keep them warm, and their light bulbs burn out all the time because they're on all the time. So, and they can be quite expensive. They can be like $20-30 a piece. And we have 6 of them. We have more than that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So we keep money in here for emergencies as well as routine checkups. So the vet bill is also in here for when they do their yearly vet visit in February. So all that money is in here, and we are just slowly racing it up and spending it as things pop up. Gifts is getting 10. This is for birthdays, Christmas, graduations, births, weddings, all of that. It's all in this category. We have set amounts that we use for each occasion. So if it's a close friend's wedding, it's $500. If it's a college graduation or a high school graduation, it's $200. If it's a birthday or Christmas, it's $50. So if something is coming up that week, we just check the folder and make sure we have enough money for it. Or if we get invited to something, right? Like, oh, next month I'm graduating, here's the invite. Then we say, oh, okay, we'll pull that money out and we will refill that. So health gets $20. This is for copays as well as if there's medication that's not fully covered, supplements or vitamins, protein shakes, things like that, things for your health. This number has had to go up because I got kicked off my health insurance from my mother earlier this year. So I pay for all my prescriptions and visits out of pocket until the enrollment period opens for my husband's work. So that's what we've been doing. It's been fine. I'm not really sure. We have to get health insurance for him because he does chemotherapy, and that would be too much to pay on our own. And that will also give us an HSA because he'll need a high deductible health plan. So I'm super excited about adding that in here as a budget item. But for right now, I'm paying my half out of pocket. He is still covered by his family's insurance until the end of the year past his birthday. So we are just going to be waiting until the next enrollment period. So this is all $76. We have no debt. We worked really hard to not have any debt. At times it seemed impossible, but we don't have any debt. Woo! So we don't have to worry about that budget category. For our savings, this gets the rest. So we put in $1,940. We spent $532 on our expenses. We spent $76 on our sinking funds, which means our savings this week gets $1,332, which is crazy. That is more money than I make. Going right in the savings. This is what we call living below our means. It's fantastic. So I'd already said that in the budgeting video This $200 of rollover was a rollover for the Roth. We decided when we did that was what was going to happen there. So we put that extra $200, $100 into each of our Roths. This stock account is a cash management brokerage account. And when I got a raise back in October of 3%, thank you, company, I said any raises or bonuses I got would go into the stock market. And so this is an account that holds all of that money. That 3% equates to about $25 a week. So that goes in there. So we have $707. If you are new here, I do not mess with any number other than 0 and 5. So we're going to go ahead and put $2 into the buffer to round that out to $705. And that will go here for our savings. That looks like horse, but it says house. So currently our savings is for a down payment on a house. That's our next like big financial goal, other than like filling the Roths and hopefully having me join my company and start contributing to my 401k. That would be so great if that could happen. So this is what we've done this week. It looks great. Even though we were over budget on groceries, we were able to save in other categories to bump up that savings amount, which is fantastic. And I actually noticed this week, but because I hadn't budgeted yet, I wasn't sure what was going on. Because when I went to pull the money for the cash stuffing, there was more money in there than the buffer normally is. So because we get bills and stuff taken out of this account, we have our base. The lowest the checking goes is like $300, and it was up to like $600. And so I said, oh, I have not been moving this savings into the savings. So when I saw that this week, I went ahead and lowered that back down and moved that couple $100 from the savings. So 50 of that, or 60 of that rather, was from this week, which is fantastic. So it's been super good. It sucks that we don't get to do a quarter review until the end of next month because our numbers are looking crazy. And I'm super excited to see how much we can do this month and next month to kind of get those numbers really, really good for the quarter 3 review. But thank you all so much for being here today. I super appreciate it. I hope you're having just a nice, relaxing Saturday. If you're watching this later, I hope you're having a great day as well. But I will see you tomorrow for the cash stuffing, and then Monday for the new budget, Tuesday for the transfer Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be the what we spent in July. So if you're interested in what days we spent on and what we all bought, all of it will be released on Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you then. Have a good day, everyone.